I'm Aiden, owner of Mid-Atlantic Water, and welcome to Water Talk. Today we're going to discuss the Fleck 2510AIO air injection iron and sulfur removal system. Now, over the years, we've tried many different types of iron removal medias like manganese green sand, berm, carbon, Philox, Pyrolox, etc. And they all work well to some degree, especially a product like berm, which is very commonly used and is fairly inexpensive to use in the industry itself. Now, here in Maryland, we have some of the worst iron water in the entire United States. I've had customers call with up to 60 parts per million on Maryland's eastern shore in their well. And that is very difficult to treat. You really have to know what you're doing as far as removing the iron and possibly having sulfur and or manganese in the water. And then you have the problem with low pH as well. And you definitely want to treat low pH and bring it up to neutral before you try to remove iron in the water. So with the 2510AIO iron removal system, we use a product called Catalox Light, which has been around a long time. In the past years, it's become available here in the United States, and it's distributed by a company in Florida. So we, in conjunction with our manufacturer, we use the Vortec tank, which we use in the majority of our systems now, and we use the Catalox Light as media, and we added the Fleck 2510 air injection control valve. Now, what that does is it will, during its backwasher regeneration process, that will pull air into the tank and it'll form a pocket at the very top of the tanks. As the water passes through, that pocket of air is going to oxygenate the water coming in and help precipitate out things like iron and manganese before it even gets to the Catalox media. And then the Catalox media will remove the rest of the contaminants such as iron, sulfur, manganese, and sediment. Now, the Catalox Light will filter sediment down to 3 microns, which is extremely small. Most of the time in the local stores like Lowe's, Home Depot, the sediment filters that you're going to get that mount on the wall with a removable cartridge is going to be about 5 microns is usually the smallest that you're going to find. You can go smaller than that down to a 1 micron, but you usually have to get that from a water treatment professional. But anyway, with the Catalox Light system, you can remove up to 30 parts per million of iron, 15 parts per million of manganese, which stains similar to iron, but it's more of a grayish color, and up to 10 parts per million of sulfur in the water, which is that rotten egg odor. Also, you can, like I said before, you can filter down sediment to 3 microns. It'll remove color in the water. It'll remove turbidity as well, and a trace of arsenic and some other contaminants it'll take out as well. But our main use and purpose for the Catalox Light filter with the air injection control valve is removing iron, sulfur, and manganese, because they're the iron stains, manganese stains, and of course, those of you who have had sulfur in the water, it smells like rotten eggs. And I've been at homes on Maryland's eastern shore where the smell is so strong when they were doing laundry, when I went there to give them an estimate, it just blew you out of there. It made you want to gag. So those, I feel for you, those who have those issues with the water, they can be easily remedied with the Fleck 2510 AIO air injection systems. Now, based on number of people in homes and your average daily water usage, the system will, like I said, remove up to 30 parts per million of iron, 15 parts per million of manganese, and 10 parts per million of sulfur. And they come in a variety of sizes: 1.5 cubic foot, 2.0 cubic foot, 2.5 cubic foot, and we have a big monster unit for larger homes or people with sprinkler systems, and a 3.5 cubic foot. Now, the 1.5 through 2.5 comes with a Vortec tank, which eliminates the need for gravel bedding and does a better job backwashing, a more efficient job of backwashing, and gives you a little bit better flow rates than a gravel bed tank does. Now, the 3.5, because it is such a large tank, it's 14 inches in diameter by 65 inches in height before you even have the valve, that is a gravel bed tank, because Vortec only comes in a 1.0, 1.5, 2.0, and a 2.5 size. For most households, you know, any of those 3 sizes will work. A lot of our customers have larger families, like 4 to 6 people, and higher levels of iron tend to go with the 2.5 cubic foot unit because it'll give them greater capacity. The 2.5 is 13 inches in diameter by 54 inches in height. The 2.0 is 12 inches in diameter by 52 inches in height. And the 1.5 is 10 inches in diameter and 54 inches in height. So height-wise, they're all about the same. They just vary as far as in size as diameter goes from the 1.5 up to the 2.5. And of course, like I said, the 3.5 cubic foot is a monster. It's 14 inches in diameter by 65 inches in height. But anyway, that and the Catalox Light, one of the great things about Catalox Light is it's designed to raise the pH, because like I said before previously, you want to get your pH level up to neutral in order to correctly and properly remove iron, sulfur, and manganese from the water. So we've tested it on pH levels down to 5.6, and it easily brought it up to neutral and kept it there during water usage. And what a lot of my customers have done, and we tried it ourselves, in mid-range pH levels in the upper 5s and 6s, we'll put the Catalox filter in first, and then if we have to, we'll put a neutralizer in second. So we're going to remove all the iron and other contaminants and clean up the water before it even gets to that neutralizer, because iron in the water can coat the calcite media inside the neutralizer and end up fouling the bed, and then you're going to have to haul that thing outside, which isn't fun. I've done hundreds of them myself. Have to haul it, cart it outside, turn it upside down, put a hose up in it, and clean it out extremely well, and then take it back inside, add new calcite, and then plumb it back in. So again, what we like to do, if the pH will allow us to, is we'll put that iron filter in first, and then the neutralizer, and then possibly follow that up with a softener as well when we're treating extreme iron water with low pH problems, which here in Maryland is typically the case. So you'll have your iron filter first, if the pH level will allow, your neutralizer second, and then if you're going to add a softener, you'd put that last to remove all the hardness and possibly any residual iron. Now I know a lot of companies try to push to use a water softener as an iron filter, and it will take out some iron, lower levels of iron. I've actually installed some years ago where the conditions were right up to 10 parts per million of iron, and it removed it without any issue. And that was probably 15 plus years ago that we did that for a customer in Pennsylvania. So it is possible to do that, but now with things like Catalox Light, we recommend going with that, because a lot of times, say if you had a pH level of 6 and you could eliminate the need for the neutralizer, you put the Catalox Light filter in, it raises the pH, removes the iron, sulfur, manganese, whatever the issue is that you're having with the water, and then you can put, say, a 48,000 grain softener after that, and you'll have balanced pH, 0 iron, and soft water after the system, traveling through the plumbing and water using appliances throughout your entire house, and eliminating staining, corrosion, and hard water buildup. And it's for about $17.95 that you can do that. Now here's one of the other great things about Catalox Light is there's no annual maintenance, and there's no chemicals. If you look through our website, you'll see that we don't sell any products that use any type of chemicals that could become dangerous, toxic, or are going to cause you to have to go down in your basement once or twice every month and mix chemicals in a bin that has an injection system built on top of it. And that's one thing we're not big on. We've never sold, say, a chemical injection system for pH or iron or sulfur removal, and we never will, because it's labor intensive. The pumps tend to be noisy, and if they do go bad, they're expensive to replace. So since we've started using the Catalox system about 4 or 5 years ago, we've eliminated all other types of iron filters that we've used in the past. And really the only other thing that we used on a regular basis was berm and with a layer of Centaur carbon on top of it for the sulfur odor. And we've completely eliminated that and standardized with the Catalox Light filter. Another great thing about the media, it has a fairly long lifespan, so it could be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years before you have to replace it, depending upon your water usage. And then that's basically, you're just taking it outside and dumping it, or you can rig up a wet vac where you can just suck it all out and discard it in trash bags, and then put your new media in, plumb it back in, and get water flowing through it again. So if the catalog slate is something that you're interested in and you have questions, just give us a call. We're available Monday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. to answer all your questions and to offer tech support and to help you with sizing of your equipment, because that's where a lot of people, I know I've been in homes doing service and giving estimates here in Maryland, and I've seen, a large family of 6 with this teeny tiny little iron filter that's built more for an RV or a small vacation home than a home that's got, 3 or 4 bathrooms and 6 people living in it, using showers and doing laundry almost every other day. So that's one thing you want to size, and typically what we do is, other than the water analysis, we take into account the number of people in the home and the number of fixtures or showers that can be used in any given time, because you want to make sure that you have enough media width and depth, and you get enough contact time, water against the media, in order to properly remove the contaminant or raise the pH. And you don't want to cut down on your flow rates either. So if you've got 2 showers running every morning, kids going to school, you getting ready for work, you don't want to put too small of a tank in, because you'll have one shower that could be strong and one shower that's going to be weak. So with the, say a 2.5 Vortec tank, Catalog's filter, and I know from my own experience, you have 2 showers running, you don't have an issue. People don't even notice the difference when the second shower kicks on and you're already in the shower yourself. So those are the things you have to take into consideration in order to purchase the correct system for your home. And like I said, you can get a hold of us anytime you want. You can email us at support@midatlanticwater.net or call us at 800-460-5810. If we don't answer because we're busy on the phone a lot, leave a message and we'll return your phone call within 24 to 48 hours. Usually it's like, most of the time it's like right away. And I do most of the tech support and the sizing myself, and in certain parts of Maryland and southern Pennsylvania, we can refer you to an installer that we work with for the past 20 years. He does excellent work. He's very experienced with all the equipment that we sell, which is mostly neutralizers, the iron filters, and the water softeners, and well tanks. So like I said, if you have questions, give me a call. I'd be more than happy to spend some time on the phone with you and help you choose the correct system for your home.